Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Doing Business in Bentonville. My name is Andy Wilson, and I'm the Executive Director of Doing Business in Bentonville, and I'm so excited today. My guest, Kim Souza. Kim, welcome.
Thank you.
It is so good to have you in our studio, and we have so much to talk about today. And I want to say up front, though, how much I appreciate you being here. And I love your articles. I read all of your articles off of LinkedIn, and I read them on the Northwest Arkansas Business Journal. And Kim is the Senior Analyst Journalist for Northwest Arkansas Business Journal. So awesome. Great job.
Thank you, Andy.
I like your publication. I always find your articles very interesting, and that brings us to why you're here.
Good deal.
Okay, so we're going to talk two things, everyone, today. One, we're going to talk innovation. I can't wait for you to hear what Kim's going to share about innovation. And then we're going to talk supply chain. And, of course, as you know, this all equals omnichannel. Wow. And, you know, at Doing Business in Bentonville, our focus is around omnichannel. And Kim is an expert, becoming quite an expert on that topic. And so we're going to hear all about it. But Kim, let's get started.
Sure.
Okay.
So you asked me to talk about Walmart's omnichannel push, and I will just start by giving you some statistics on why omnichannel is the future of retail. Harvard Business Review says 73% of shoppers today in the United States use multiple channels. They shop by phone or online, and they also shop in stores. That's a vast majority, as you know. Google also found 85% of consumers often start with one way of shopping, say their mobile phone in the bed in the morning, and they finish it at their desk or they go pick it up at the store after work. So this is the future of retail. Walmart is front and center of this, and they're pushing their suppliers to get on board and get on board quickly. Walmart recently held their investor conference in Florida, and they spent the majority of the 2 days taking the investment community around Florida, showing them all of the innovation that they've invested in, from highly automated distribution centers, fulfillment centers, to stores that do a better job of picking your orders. Walmart has boldly said by 2025 or 2026 that 65% of their stores will be served by automation, and 55% of the packages that move through its fulfillment centers will go through automation. And though that automation is going to help Walmart reduce its costs by 20%. That's huge to the bottom line, Andy.
You know that. Let's just take a step back. What you just said is so important, not only to the supplier, but also to ultimately the customer. And you know what's interesting is that what Walmart is doing is what Sam Walton taught all of us, is that the supplier and Walmart has the same customer.
Absolutely.
We have the same customer. Now, that's a huge statistics that you talked about. And now talk a bit, and because I know that was a great article that you wrote about it, and you know, a phenomenal dump of information, if you will, to the consumer about where Walmart is going. And I know I want you to talk about that. But you said something too about that Walmart, they're going to use automation to actually fulfill the customer's needs with more intelligent and connect omnichannel network. Talk more about that.
Well, right. Walmart is using the automation end to end. It's in the stores. They're using AI to help your personal shopper pick that perfect avocado for your guacamole tonight. You know, it has to feel like the back of your hand, or it won't make good make guacamole tonight. Not a hard one that's not going to be ready for 3 days. I want the guacamole tonight. Walmart is using AI to train its pickers to do that. They're using AI in the stores to train the pickers how to make the right substitution if a particular item is out of stock. So they're using it at that granular level. They're also using it by drone delivery to get that order to you. They're using it in their fulfillment centers to pack that order in 30 minutes with 100% accuracy and get it out the door. They're using automation end to end in their business so that they are able to serve that customer whenever and however they want. Now, Andy, Walmart did something critical about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, to get to this point. They merged their customer-facing technology, their orange app and their blue app, and they merged their merchandising teams, their merchant teams, their buyer teams, and that whole organization. They did that so that they had the category buyer for something like suntan lotion can now see, buy all the suntan lotion that the retailer sells, no matter who's buying it, your mobile phone or from your laptop, or if you're going in the store to get it for your beach trip. Walmart doesn't care who's buying it. They want one merchant to oversee the whole category. That was huge.
Yes.
Because the business had been siloed before that. And the merchant really couldn't see the whole picture of the consumer. Right. Now we know those lines are blurred, and that shopper in store is also the one who shops online. So why shouldn't the same buyer be serving, that same person?
That makes so much sense, because one of the big issues that any retailer may have is in stock at the store level. And you, as a consumer, as a customer, if we purchase it online, if we purchase it in a store, if it's delivered, if it's picked up, or we're shopping in brick and mortar, it's all about in stock. And merging the merchandisers that oversee all of the omnichannel experience, if you will.
Yes.
That makes so much sense.
Well, it does. You can sell it if you don't have it.
Right.
And there's nothing that will make a customer more angry than to put it in their cart, their virtual cart, and then before they can check out, it's gone. Right. They can't complete the purchase. Or to make the effort to drive to a store, find a parking spot, and go in and it not be there. Walmart never wants that to happen again. They had a plethora of that in the pandemic.
Right.
So Walmart has done those two fundamental things, investing in the innovation and also merging the merchandising teams to see the business as omni. Those two things are piloting it toward being a true omni-channel retailer.
I think you said something in an article, and I think I'm going to quote you here. A quote from Tom Mars at Walmart said something about the closest store is to you is the device in your pocket, or something like that.
Tom Ward said that. He said, the closest store to a customer is the one in their pocket.
That makes so much sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
it does. We all shop from our phones today, even us at the esteemed ages we are.
That's right. That's right.
We shop from our phones.
We do.
And that experience means everything. Walmart has done a good job trying to make that a good experience. That takes money. That takes talent. They've spared no expense at investing in this. It's going to pay dividends in the future. Something else that Walmart is doing is working to deploy their inventory closer to the end user. As you know, Andy, the most expensive leg of the supply chain is the final mile, that getting it to the customer. Walmart learned some valuable lessons during the pandemic that having enough inventory in the right places means sales, means everything. And they are building more distribution centers, fulfillment centers, and they're building these micro fulfillment centers like the one at Store 100 in Bentonville to do two things: to get that inventory closer to the end user because that saves them money on delivery, and also to get the pickers out of the store so that the people who come in the store can shop without having to shop around pickers picking 8 orders at a time. I don't know if that's been a frustration for you, but it's been a frustration for me sometimes.
Absolutely.
So Walmart notices that. So they're looking at these micro-fulfillment centers as a way to clear the stores of the pickers and also get that product closer to the end user.
Mm-hmm.
They serve, I think, a 20-mile radius out of that micro-fulfillment center.
I think you're correct, yes.
So those are some big initiatives that Walmart is undertaking to become a predominant omnichannel retailer.
Well, and at the end of the day, it's really about the customer.
Sure.
It's about in stock. It's about having that product priced correctly. The most important thing, as you know, is having in stock in the store. And I love the innovation that Walmart talked about. Now, what else did Walmart talk about, Kim, around innovations that they're working on?
Well, what else have they done? They have purchased Alert Technologies. They purchased them in, I believe, October of last year. Alert was the ones who put the automated pickup in store 5260 in Rogers. It's that giant picking machine.
Right. Yeah.
They built out that store, and there's a giant automated robot in that space that picks orders and packs orders for that store. They bought that technology and brought it in-house so that they can more effectively and efficiently scale that at the high-velocity stores. Walmart and suppliers also have critical decision to make at this time when investment is needed. They have to decide, do they build it, do they buy it, or do they borrow it or try it from someone else? Mm-hmm. And you see Walmart doing that, all three.
Right.
They bought Alert Technologies. Many times they build their own systems. They built their own online grocery pickup system. They built that in-house. Many times they partner with companies like KNAPP, who are outfitting these high-velocity distribution centers, fulfillment centers that are essentially a floor-to-ceiling vending machine.
Right.
And they pick and pack products in 30 minutes and get them out the door. So they're building, they're buying, and they're partnering. They're doing all of those things. Suppliers are going to need to figure out how they maneuver that as well, because just as Walmart is investing in omnichannel, suppliers have the same initiatives going on.
Right. Suppliers, I'm having Andy Murray. He's going to be speaking in soon, and we'll have that podcast. And Andy's going to talk about the supplier piece about it. He's going to talk about in depth the Walmart Connect piece of that. So we're going to do that. But before we move off of innovation, I thought your article was extremely accurate and very valuable. And one of the things I'm going to quote on the articles because I want to get it so correct. But you said one of the things you said that Walmart is working on 3 key building blocks, and number one is sales growth from its omnichannel business model.
Yes.
Omnichannel, and that's the focus of doing business in Bentonville. We're very focused on the omnichannel experience. We're bringing people, experts like yourself, in to talk about that. So not only can the suppliers learn on the omnichannel, but we can also share information for the consumer, to the customer too. So number one, I liked your point. Walmart's going to focus on sales growth. Very, very important. And they're going to use the omnichannel model to do that, which is the integration of everything we've talked about, from shopping in the brick and mortar, from online, ordering online, a pickup, delivery, or a drone dropping it down from the sky. So all of that is in the omnichannel.
Yes.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it?
It is. It's incredibly exciting to be in retail.
And then the other thing you talked about was the diversifying revenue streams through improved category merchandise mix. And I think a key is our Walmart's focus on diversifying. There's not just one way to do this business anymore.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah, and then the third thing is scaling proven high return investments to improve operating margins. All of this, as you said, Walmart started years ago preparing for this moment. And Walmart is a leader in this. And if I was another retailer today, I would be focused in watching what's taking place in Walmart, because they are, as always, cutting edge on the technology. So I think that I think the innovation that we get to see close up.
Yes.
Here in Northwest Arkansas. Yeah, I think if you don't live here, you should come visit, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe move here. It's a pretty great place to live. But the innovation that's going to take place is going to be something like we've probably never seen, but it's going to be so phenomenal for the consumer.
Well, it is, and it's been a long time coming. But like I said, the pandemic really opened the eyes of everyone. They realized that they needed to have a different model than the just-in-time inventory model that they had prior to that.
Right.
And it worked for years. It helped Walmart save millions. But just-in-time was not enough during the pandemic when demand went through the roof and there wasn't enough supply for people to buy. Walmart and its suppliers, I'm not saying that they will ever carry enough inventory to keep that from happening again, but you can bet they're going to have a better read on where their inventory is. They're going to know where it is, and they're going to know how to get it from places besides China.
That's right. And it's going to be, you're right, the inventory is going to be closer to those stores, no question about it, and to the customer. And, with 4,000 plus facilities, Walmart has a lot of fulfillment opportunities for that customer.
Well, they're using stores to fulfill orders more than ever before.
Absolutely.
It hadn't been that long ago, Andy, that Walmart was just, mainstream media was just, demoralizing Walmart because of their clunky big stores. It was the albatross around their neck. Wow, times have changed. Now you see everybody wanting stores. Maybe not 4,600 unless you're Dollar General and you want 20,000.
Absolutely.
But they have a different model. But Walmart stores have been crucial to its ability to become the consummate omni retailer because its stores are fulfillment centers, and 90+% of the population lives something between 7 and 10 miles to a Walmart store. More and more people are going to get things by drone. Walmart has said their in-home business is growing. People who get their groceries brought right into the house, and milk and eggs go right into the refrigerator. That business is growing. Walmart can't do that without its stores close to the people.
That's right.
And its product close to the people.
Well, I think that there's going to be so much more you're going to be writing about innovation. I know it's going to be continually changing. You're going to stay on top of that, Kim, so thank you. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Again, my guest today was Kim Souza, Senior Analyst, Journalist for Northwest Arkansas Business Journal. It's always great to have you today. And thank you all for joining us today. And continue to go to our website, Doing Business in Bentonville, NWA, or DBBNWA.com. And you'll find our latest articles, our podcasts, and a ton of information about doing business in Bentonville. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day.